So guys, here we are in Ankara. It's a rainy day and Monday. Everybody's talk about Erasmus, but nobody understand what is really Erasmus about, okay? So here we are, Erasmus Midnight podcast, and today we are with our guest. She will explain us, okay, a lot of things, and she will explain us how he is to be a student in Ankara. So first of all, what is your name? Where are you from? And how did you end up in Ankara?
Thanks for having me. First of all, my name is Nevena. I am originally from Serbia, but I study and live in Germany. And the way to Ankara was kind of bumpy because it started with a different destination. I actually wanted to go to Istanbul with my friend Tristan. You will meet him, guys. But due to the courses they had there, we decided not to do Istanbul because it was just economics and we do business administration, so it was not like our field. We could have done that, but we wanted to have like a really elevated experience regarding our study field. So like the last decision was Ankara, because the TED University where I'm at, it has like great courses for business administration. So shout out TED University Business Administration.
That's good. Okay, so basically, which expectation did you have before coming here, and how did it like change? Because I don't know, everybody comes in a place and then it's like, okay, what is the thing that I was right? What is the thing that changed? How did you feel about this?
Yeah, well, coming to Ankara was surprising on many levels because you start doing your Erasmus preparations and everything, and you talk to other friends who have done it, and you try to like get as much information as possible. And actually, everything that I got prior to doing my Erasmus is completely different to my Erasmus experience in like a lot of points. I don't know, maybe the biggest one for a lot of people is like, I will go into Erasmus and have like a lot of parties and do a lot of partying and whatever. And Ankara is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Ankara is not the right destination if you just want to party. Because the people in Ankara, there are a lot of parties too, but the people you meet here are more like, a little bit more grounded. They like to meet you and to talk to you, like go out on coffee dates, do picnics, do like sport activities. So if you want to just have like the classical party Erasmus, like in Italy or Spain, Ankara is not the place.
So yeah, it's like, I feel like when you arrived here, okay, what was the best thing, okay, that happened when you arrived the first days, and what was the thing that's like you like a little bit less?
Well, something what was really challenging is that people in Ankara don't speak English.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Even though it's the capital, we were like, yeah, they have to speak English, like everybody does, like it would be not a problem, but it is. Even though, like it's the same experience which was the best and the worst in the same time. The worst was like that they don't speak English, but at the same time they're still very helpful. Like they will get their Google Translates and get their phones and like try to help you, even though they don't speak the same language as you. So it's like the same situation which was the best and the worst in the same time in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, let's dive more into that. Like, okay, so what was like one of the craziest moments, be honest, that happened during this, like until now? Because guys, this is still ongoing for her, but you know, we are, like you are here since the beginning of February, right?
Yes,
something like that?
since the 2nd of February.
So, you know, it's still a long ride, but what was like the craziest thing that you will say, that you want to confess here?
I don't know if it's like a crazy thing, but the thing which got me the most on edge was my process with the immigration office.
Okay.
You know, because my friend Tristan and me, we like did the whole same process, and his experience with immigration papers and immigration office is completely different than mine. Mine was a little bumpy. So for me, it was this which budged me like a lot, because everything else was great. Like the people were great, the university is great, everything is super nice. But I had trouble with my paperwork twice. So yeah, I would say that. There is nothing like culturally that shocked me that much, because like Serbian people and Turkish people are pretty similar. The mentality is similar, the pace of behavior and everything is pretty similar. So for me it was really common to see a lot of people in the same space and everything being like buzzy and in a movement. But the paperwork, the Turkish paperwork was.
Okay, so the Turkish has to get better about this. It look like a lot
Please.
of people talking about it, but like even about like until now, okay, you. How would you rate your experience, like from 1 to 5 stars? Like if you have to make a valuation, a quick valuation about that.
It would be a 4, which is like still pretty strong in my like opinion, because as I said, like the university we're in is great. Like on the academic, from academic POV, we did everything right. The courses we do and the teachers we have are so nice. Like I would not have the chance to do the same courses in Germany, and I think that the things that we do right now actually will help us from like for a good start into the work environment and into like big corporate world. This was nice, and also like the people, like other students and TED University, the Turkish and the internationals, great experience. I was very surprised by TED University being so international.
Okay.
So yeah, I would give it a 4 out of 5 because like the paperwork.
That's okay. Okay, it's just okay.
And
Well,
it was kind of also difficult to find accommodation. But I think this is a common thing, maybe for all Erasmus students. I don't know, I'm not that sure.
probably.
Yeah, but in Turkey there is like a big problem with students trying to find accommodation. Even like for the long-term international students, I heard from them that it's like rather hard. But again, due to paperwork.
Yeah, it's always the bureaucratic problem.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and I'm from Germany. I know bureaucracy.
Yeah.
We have a lot, but Turkish
Yeah.
bureaucracy is something different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, Germans and Italians know kind of a lot about this, but
Yeah.
anyway, so when it comes to like, do you think did you made like a connection, like deep connection with people, or just temporary connection? Like do you like the way that you create relationships with people, or I don't know, like what would you change? How was it, and do you think you will hold this in your future? Like,
I think that some of them will definitely hold because a lot of people that we met in university are very open and very interested in you and your journey, and especially like in TED University there is a quota for international students, for Erasmus students. So we were kind of not special, but everybody knew that we were the Erasmus students. So everybody was like really interested and very nice, and we got like asked in the hallways, "Oh my God, are you the Erasmus students?" And everybody was very nice. And with some of them, we have like a really great time, and they always like try to engage and go out and have picnics and activities. So I think that some of them will definitely last.
okay,
Yeah.
that's positive. That's positive. Like,
Yeah.
what is like if you have to recommend this to somebody, okay? And if you have to say, do you think Erasmus is for everybody? Do you think Erasmus is for every kind of people? What recommendation you will give to people when it comes to arrive to Ankara to do this? Would you recommend to everybody, or there is something that you will say before?
Well, if you decide for Ankara as your Erasmus destination, I think you should have a certain kind of different bravery, maybe a little bit of craziness, because before coming to Ankara, we didn't have any experience before that, because nobody from our university or like from the field of anybody we know did it. We were kind of the first one choosing Ankara for destination, so we didn't have any information, and we kind of went blind into the whole situation, but it was fine because it was like the two of us and we could rely on each other and help each other, But I think if I would do it alone, I should have done a lot more research, because there were like certain situations where we had to navigate, and being like the two of us was really helpful. But it's hard, because I think if you're like a shy person and if you have a problem interacting with people, especially in a completely different language and nobody understands you,
Yeah.
and you don't understand them, it could be very difficult, because you have to like step out of your shadow, like cross your boundaries to do certain things.
Okay.
So if you do good preparation and if you like want to get out of your comfort zone, definitely do it, because it's a great experience. I think from this point of view for everybody. But if you have a problem with interacting with a lot of people or being in crowded spaces, because Ankara is crowded,
Yes.
then maybe Ankara is not the right destination for you.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
very honest take, I
Yeah.
have to say. And like, I don't know, which experience, which memory that you will bring home, something very, something that you cannot say, that you cannot write in the official report, I'm trying to say, like something that it's very special, that you just have this memory and that you would like to share, yeah? Because I'm just very curious about.
Huh.
So in every Erasmus there are some kind of secrets or things like this.
Really? Is
Well, I don't know, like.
I didn't hear. Let me think. I don't know. I actually would try and do my report like as honest as possible
Yeah.
because I think it's very important. Like
Yeah.
if I read a report, I would like it to be honest and to put good and bad things into it for me to be like able to do a proper decision.
Makes sense, yeah.
So I don't know if there is like a certain thing that I would not put into the report. I don't know. Maybe
need to
like
think about it.
yeah, like maybe the party thingy, but I would still put it into the report because
Yeah.
we know from like official sites that Erasmus is for the cultural exchange and everything,
Yeah.
but young people do like to party and they do like to go out and everything, and it's not the first thing that you will do in Ankara. But
Yeah.
if you look for it, you will still find it. So it's kind of difficult to say if there is like a certain thing that I would not mention. I would mention everything.
That makes sense. Okay, this is a very honest person. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So okay, I guess I think that one question I want to ask to you, because I believe that you're from Germany. You come here and but you already knew Turkish people before. Now you told me your best friends.
Yes.
So I don't know, like, how do you think now that you know better this culture, these people? Like, what do you think about Turkish people now, and what do you think about the culture in general, like,
Well,
after this Erasmus experience?
well, I always had like this certain connecting point to Turkish people because I also think that Serbian people, because I'm originally from Serbia, and Turkish people have a lot of similarities, like culture-wise and the food and everything. The mentality is like very similar. So for me, there was like not a big shock moment engaging in getting into situations with Turkish people. But maybe something that people would assume about Turkish people, which is not true, that they're like conservative or like off-putting or like, I don't know. They are very open actually, and there is actually not that much conservativeness as with Turkish people in Germany. I think they're more strict in Germany.
Oh,
so
that's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, a lot
Tell
of
me
people,
more about that.
yeah, like when we have big Turkish communities in Germany, and I think they live more strict by their religion and also like some cultural things than actually here in Turkey, because here it's pretty modern.
Yeah.
Like the people are very interactive. You see a lot of people in like cafes and bars and everything. So that's a thing that maybe would be shocking for somebody else. But I was expecting it because my friend told me about it. She was like, yeah, a lot of people in Turkey are more like open to new experiences and everything that they actually like in Germany. And one thing which I actually expected, but it was not true. I thought the Turkish people are very also like loud and expressive.
Oh, yeah, that's a shocking word.
I thought
Yeah.
that they would be more, because being here in public transportation, I'm also a very loud person. I talk
Yeah.
very loud, and there was like a situation in a bus where I was talking very loud to my friends, and everybody was like giving us a bad stare, and we were like, oh, I was in a moment thinking, is it like in Japan where you not speak in public transports? But I was like, I mean, we're in Turkey. Like, I thought Turkish people are also very expressive and loud. But yeah, this was like kind of off-putting. I still don't know what it is, if it's just like being quiet in public transport or not.
Yeah, it's very strange.
I still have to figure that out. But yeah, this was like one situation where my expectations and like stereotypical thinking was not met actually. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, at least, like, yeah, you learned something new.
Definitely.
Me as well, to be
definitely.
honest.
Yeah.
I think it's a shock for a lot of people when and I think that's what's the meaning of Erasmus, not like to just go in a place and discover that a lot of things that you were thinking about are not actually true,
Yeah.
So it's like very interesting. And so if you would have to resume all your experience until now in one quote, one sentence, you know, like we are in front, guys, of this, like behind us is this Carpe Diem quote. I don't know if you can read this, but yeah, like what do you think about, like how would you?
I was actually thinking about it a few weeks ago, like a resume about the time until now. And I was like thinking about like what would I tell for somebody who is like thinking about coming to Ankara or like deciding on it. And I don't know, I would just go with the sentence, why not? Just do it. Why not? You don't have anything to lose. And like every experience that you make and every situation that you have, it kind of will be a lesson and you will take something from it.
Yeah.
In the first moment, maybe it seems negative, but when you think about it, everything is a lesson and a teaching. So yeah, I would put it like this. Even though struggling with paperwork and even though like the other things, I enjoy it. I like being here, and I will leave in probably like around a month and a half. And I think I will miss it. It was, even though it was hard in the beginning, I miss it because we made a lot of good friendships here. I hope they will last. So in the end, why not? Just do it. I will do it again, so just do it.
I think this is a very good advice, and I think generally everything you said was a very honest take. So
yeah, I
like,
tried.
guys, this is what Erasmus is about, and this is what you know, our conversation are about. So yeah, I think that this will help a lot of people to make them understand, you know, how like this experience actually are for real and not just, you know, the institutional part.
Yeah, I hope, because I miss those in my decision making. So I hope it will help at least one person.
Yeah, one person is enough.
Exactly. Yeah.
So okay, guys, thank you for sharing your ideas with us and
Of course.
your experience. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Bye bye.